The only game where you can quit and win. Think you have what it takes to last 5 rounds? Let's find out. Beef Vegan presents Tap Out.
Yes, it's the return of Tap Out. We got Rocco from Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza in studio. So it's the game where you can win up to $100 gift certificates to Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza, or win a $20 gift certificate by not even playing and being one of our scavengers. The theme today is punk rock music because Rocco is in a band. They got a show August 10th at a Hotel Congress if you want to go see some live punk rock music. And if we got a contestant on our phone, Andy, if he can answer this first question correctly, he's going to be our contestant. And every question he answers after that, he'll get himself a $20 gift certificate. If he answers all 5 correct, he'll get 100 total. But if he gets any of them wrong, or if he taps out because he doesn't know the answer before the 5 seconds runs out, the rest of those gift certificates go to our scavengers. Andy, you there?
I'm here.
All right, cool. I just had a word salad there, so I'm going to pass it over to Rocco. Rocco, you ready to ask this first $20 question?
I am.
All right. Now, do you feel like, as a punk rock fan, the first question is super easy?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So the pressure is on, Andy. You got to be able to answer this super easy question to be our contestant. If not, we're going to hang up on you, okay?
Sounds good. I'll probably fail, but I'll try.
Make us proud, sir.
Yes, and as always, you got 5 seconds to answer the question after he asks it. Go ahead, Rocco.
Here's question number 1. Which iconic punk rock band sang the song Anarchy in the UK?
Oh, man. I have no idea, honestly. Good Charlotte.
Good Charlotte.
Oh, no, good grief.
Not
Let's
right.
let's get a punk rock fan up on this.
Yeah, Andy, thank you for waiting on hold.
Andy,
Unfortunately,
how dare you?
you're not going to be our contestant. Maybe you'll be our scavenger, okay?
Hey, you guys, that was fun. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, Andy.
Thanks, Andy.
All right, we'll go to the next phone line. Please don't answer Good Charlotte to any of these questions. Rocco at 2.1, who's this?
John.
All right, John, if you can answer this first question, you're going to be our contestant. Rocco, remind him what the question is, please.
Which iconic punk rock band sang the song Anarchy in the UK?
I believe it's the Sex Pistols.
That is
Got it!
correct. Let's see, where's my, I thought I had like a ding. Oh, there it is.
Hold on.
Ding.
We're dinging
All right.
it. It's
All
a
right.
self-dinging.
Yeah, so John, you got $20 in the bank right now. You know the deal. Every question he asks, if you answer right, you'll get another $20 gift certificate. But if you don't know the answer, you must tap out before the 5 seconds runs out so you can cash out with whatever you won so far, okay?
Yep.
All right,
Don't
here we
forget
go.
to tap out. Okay, ready? Question number 2. What city is considered the birthplace of punk rock, where bands like the Ramones and New York Dolls originated?
Tap out.
No, you ran out of time. Well, John, I will give you that $20. That's all right, dude. I will give you that $20 gift certificate. Ask that question again, but say it slower, Rocco, because it's going to make John smack his head when he finds out the answer.
Yeah. New York. Yeah.
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 He knows.
Yeah. I mean, what city is the New York Dolls from?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Boise.
Who's buried in Grant's tomb?
Hey, John, you know what? It's a lot of pressure underneath this game. You only got 5 seconds to answer this. It happens.
We
dude.
still love you, man.
Yeah.
So
And
does
you know
good
what?
Charlotte.
It is bad news for you because you only get a $20 gift certificate, but great news for our listeners and our scavengers. That
Very
means
much
we have
scavenging today.
absolutely. We have 4 different $20 gift certificates to give away, courtesy of John's brain fart. John, I need you to give me 4 numbers between 1 and 10.
1, 5, 6, 9.
1, 5, callers 1, 5, 6, and 9. That's 600 KFMA, 605 3862. You guys will be our scavengers and pick up a $20 gift certificate to Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza. While you're there, don't forget to try the pizza of the month, which is called
The Sassy Frostin' Pie.
which is like a spicy Hawaiian pie
Yeah.
with bacon instead of ham.
It's
That's
amazing.
so good, dude.
It's so good. I had 2 slices already. You can check out how delicious looking that pie looks at our Instagram page at KFMA. While you're there, follow Rocco Little Chicago on Instagram as well. They're always posting fantastic stuff. John, stay in the line. I'm going to get all your info, okay? Thank you for playing Tap Out.
Thanks, John.
Thank you.
He sounds bummed.
I
I know, yeah.
The only game where you can quit and win. Think you have what it takes to last 5 rounds? Let's find out. Beef Vegan.
Okay, there you go. All right, let's see.
Feels so good.
Yeah, we're still clear. Maybe a couple more cursors. And again, the mic. There it is. There it is. My man Shane from TucsonFoodie.com in the building.
Oh, hey, there it is. Over here. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
What's up, bitches?
Hey,
Good to be back.
Yeah. So the way I did this, the description was like, how did I start it off? I was like, oh, fake kidnappings, presidential murder conspiracies, record heat waves. Let's eat. So
food.
you got Shane from Tucson Foodie talking about food culture, and of course, coming off a hot from the Iron Chef Tucson, which we were out there in full force, and at the grilled cheese competition, Tucson Foodie grilled cheese competition,
That was awesome.
between two contestants. And what were the contestants' names again? Because people were asking.
Chef Chandler and Chef Andy.
Yeah, and amateur chefs. Right?
Amateur chefs. Yeah, dude. One guy works at a transportation company. The other guy does some remote work. No restaurant experience.
Yeah, and they put together some bomb grilled cheeses, and to a packed house. We had tons of people sitting there, standing room only. All the seats were taken. People were standing all around, and and then we co-hosted it initially. Initially it went like this. I did the introduction and then stood to the side. And Shane's like, I got this. And then like 5 minutes in, he's just like, oh shit, this is gonna be never ending. Come
back on stage.
I got you, bud.
We need some commentary. You're really good at like the ad hoc sports commentary, just talking.
Yeah.
You're really good at that.
Yeah, talking out my ass, And what turns out, I
it's like you do that for a living or something.
Right. And it turns out I'm really good at selling the Tucson Foodie website. Because I did a pretty good spiel, so much so that the entire room clapped after I was done talking about why I like using Tucson Foodie.
Standing ovation.
Yeah, dude, I was surprised by that. I was like, oh wow, I was just sharing my personal experience, but I'm glad you guys agree.
Wasn't that what the $50 that I slid to you on the underneath in the back?
No, but my Venmo is open and I am broke as shit, so feel free. Shout out Chef Gary on the stream and everybody making those comments being heard.
Rico, dude, Chef Gary did an amazing job as an MC.
He did. Yes. Speaking of great MCs, him and Chef Ryan Clark, while they were doing Iron Chef. Yeah. Well, because there's something like, I could talk out my ass when we're talking about grilled cheese. But like literally everything that they had set up on the stage and how the chefs prepare and all the behind the scenes like kind of thought process of the chefs was explained perfectly and entertainingly by Chef Gary and Chef Ryan.
And major props to them, by the way, because I was getting like anxious looking at the fact that I would be so nervous not running into the chefs during the event.
Right.
Like they knew how to maneuver back and like kind of stay out of the way.
It's really smart to have chefs as the MCs.
Yes.
They know.
As opposed to just some, radio celebrities or something.
Yeah, some dipshit who just likes,
can I try some of that?
Well, I told you, and this was a story I said on the show open yesterday, and I apologize to the streamers who heard this before, but I went up to Chef Ken after the competition and said to him straight up, I was like, I didn't think you were going to take this, dude. I thought Chef Devin's plates, they seemed fancier just from an outsider's perspective, like looking at the presentation. And he goes, well, that's why you should stick to playing songs and I'll stick to cooking. And I'm like, oh, touche. Touche. Yeah, he said in a way basically saying like, shut the fuck up, funny man. Like, okay.
I'm talking to a mic, dude.
Yeah. But what did you think? Now we were talking before they announced the winner based off just again observation, not tasting any of the food, just hearing what the plates were being called and how they were presented. Did you feel like Chef Devin had this in the bag?
Yeah, my money was on Chef Devin. It was.
Yeah. When they announced Chef Ken as the winner, it was like I was at a UFC fight. I jumped out of my seat in surprise.
Yeah, I wish somebody recorded the look on my face.
Yeah, right?
Like it was like I was like happy for both. I understood it, of course, but then I was just like, what? But the explanations of Chef Devin's dishes, right? And the way he talked about them.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's plus, you always want like the underdog to win. You always do.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. Right. And then that way there's another Iron Chef winner. But again, it doesn't mean that Chef Devin won't be back next year to try to avenge his loss. Get that coveted rematch would be nice. And now you got yourself a reigning and defending champion that you're going to be facing against. So the stock value is even higher there. So the drama, everything about it is really cool. I'm really happy for Chef Ken as well. I thought it was amazing. He rose to the the pressure. And
He killed it. He
yeah,
was so excited.
yeah, he was. And honestly, I had to leave immediately after I talked with him because I knew the celebration was going to begin, and I was too broke from San Diego, and I'm like, I will lose my house if I stick around.
Right.
I started a live stream on Tucson Foodie Instagram. I put it right on Ken's face.
Oh, really?
Right when they announced it. Yeah.
And what does his face look like?
It was great. I expected something like, but it was more like,
Yeah. That's Shane from TucsonFoodie.com talking about the expression on Chef Ken's face at the Iron Chef competition when he was announced the winner. It was a very confident, like, yeah, I felt like I knew that. Of course, you guys are acting all surprised.
Yeah,
He's like Nate Diaz response.
Yeah, he's like Nate Diaz on the Iron Chef.
Yeah, I told you.
I'm not surprised, mother effers. Yeah, so
pretty much.
So Shane from TucsonFoodie.com is hanging out with us on the podcast broadcast. We have a lot to cover, including foodie news and your TMI top 5 coming up after the latest from Stained. You can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan, or keep it right here. It's Rocco on 2.1. This song's called Lowest in Me. All right, so somebody's giving us a call, so let's see.
Better be one of the chefs.
All right, Rocco on 2.1. Who's this?
This is, oh, goddamn, I called the wrong place.
Well, you trying to call Frank Show?
Discount Tire?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I am trying to call Frank.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, what's he bitching about today?
Rob Thomas and I think Barbie.
Oh, yeah. Okay. A lot of good get off my lawn topics. Awesome. Well, thanks for the call.
Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
All right. So it's glad to know that I'm not missing anything. All right.
I was going to talk about those two things next. Oh, well.
What do you want to talk about in terms of foodie news? So I'm prepared.
Well, you know what? I'm actually going to prep that with you when we play Rico's 5-star review because there's a lot of stuff to go through the site as I'm looking at. And I have some other national food news. In fact, actually, I asked this question on my Facebook page, and I'll show this real quick. And this was basically I shared this from Grandma Tasty Recipes. And it says a restaurant that everyone seems to love, but you think is actually not that good. And I was wondering what your opinion would be on that topic as I
Dante's Fire.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Shots fired.
I just had to because it was like timely.
Okay, yeah, because you love Chef Devin and Seal.
Man, you.
I'm just kidding. Who else is on the chat? Charles Steak.
Yeah. The Charles Steak was actually mentioned, Chef Gary.
I'm totally kidding about that.
Most
delicious. It's so good. The guac. Oh man, dude, have you had the shrimp cocktail over at Charles Del Mar?
Yes, it's fantastic. I've had everything at Charles Del
I
Mar.
need to try that.
Yeah. All right. So Manny said Little Anthony's, which is kind of sacrilegious. A lot of people have Little Anthony's here. Mama's Pizza, Guadalajara, Outback, and then of course a lot of chains. So the chains like Denny's, Chili's. Rico said Applebee's earlier, and I almost reached across his desk to fucking slap him.
You put me on the spot. I just thought of I love me some Applebee's.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good.
Little Asian salad. What is that? The chicken Asian salad?
The fusion salad? Oh, yes.
Yes. And
with
again,
that balsamic reduction on there.
And the riblets. I mean, you know how many baby cows they got to kill to get those riblets?
Not enough.
Yeah.
Tell you that right now.
All right. Let's
Nico's.
see. Nico's is.
It should be.
No, I'm still,
Past you. How dare they?
I'm a Filiberto's guy. I go Filiberto's over Nico's. Anthony's just shooting at all these great local restaurants. So yeah, all right.
PF Chang's.
You don't attack local.
PF Chang's is pretty good.
Yeah, PF Chang's all right. Chef Gary used to be a chef at the PF Chang's I worked at.
Do we even have a PF Chang's?
Yeah, there's one in town. Yeah, I think it's by what is it? It's on River.
I only eat at locally owned restaurants because I believe in supporting our local economy.
That's right.
That's very nice.
Mission statement.
Very cheesy of you. Let me blow your mind real quick. A lot of these franchises are locally owned. Babuski. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Dropping facts on Shane from TucsonFoodie.com. We're going through this list. If you would add to this list that I shared on my Facebook page yesterday of a restaurant that everyone seems to love, but you think is overrated, which restaurant would you say?
TGI Fridays.
Well, TGI Fridays is pretty much out of business now because they are that overrated. But I will give you a fun fact about TGI Fridays. I have my signature dish that I make in the kitchen is a family recipe, or I've called it a family recipe for years. My dad used to make it. It's chicken piccata and fettuccine Alfredo, right? That family recipe straight up stolen from TGI Fridays because he was a cook at TGI Fridays at one point during the 80s. Yeah, and he took that cookbook home with him, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, what they train with, and that's literally the recipe that I use to this day for my chicken Alfredo or chicken piccata and fettuccine Alfredo, and it's a panty dropper, bro. It is.
Great grandfather from Italy. You're like, yeah, it's his recipe.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah. In-N-Out was mentioned a couple times, for sure.
Leave them alone.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're a big In-N-Out fan.
I'm just happy that I can join the chat now. That's like a new option here.
Oh, yeah. Welcome. All right. Well, let's get into your TMI top 5 headlines before we get into Tucson Foodie news and everything else. Here's our first headline of the day. Did you ever find yourself rushing to get things done?
Mhm.
Yeah. You know what that's called? That's called
America?
No, it's called precrastinating.
Precrastinating?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
no.
precrastinating. That's what they're calling it. It means that you're putting extra effort into getting things done ahead of time. And there's talk that it could be worse than procrastinating, putting things off, So be careful if you catch yourself precrastinating. And like I said, it's a thing.
I do both.
Do you do both?
I do both every day.
What's one thing that you procrastinate on all the time?
Like very important emails, like long emails to partners, the proposals, or any difficult conversation I try to avoid as well.
Yes.
That's a problem.
I'll give you one.
Okay, give
I'll
me
let
one.
people hang around and just like keep getting paid for doing no work because I want to avoid firing them. Yep.
Oh,
Push it off.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Push it
Looking
off.
at you, Hannah. All right.
No, she's the opposite.
I know. All right. What do you got, Rico?
Those darn Instagram videos my friends send me. All 17 of them, you have the notifications like sent another one. I push those off until like one day where I can watch all the memes they send me.
That's pretty funny you say that because you are the one that sends me the most Instagram videos than anyone else I know.
I'm very good about partitioning them. I do like one at a time after hours. I'm talking about people that do like 10 at a time.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You have one that actually shares 10 at a time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few of them. Everybody has that friend.
Wow.
Here's a video.
You're like, you like garbage reels. Here you go.
Right.
All right. Well, yeah, be careful of procrastinating. All right. Now, there are people trying to smuggle cocaine into Texas inside wheels of cheese, right? So that's kind of like, it's almost like a, what is it? Like a double layer taco from Taco Bell. It's like a cheese inside a cheese,
Cheeseception.
Yeah, it's a little cheeseception-ish. But I just wanted to share that with you. There really is no punchline in that. I'm just like, that cheese must be addictive. All right. The next headline, Tennessee student is suing his school district after being suspended for posting memes making fun of his principal. Now, if I was a teenager these days, I would 100% be this team.
Yep.
Yeah.
In fact, I made like rap diss records about my vice principal. Mr. Kellis.
I hope you still have those.
And I played it for him. And you know what? Honestly, I do. It's on cassette tape. But it is ridiculous. But I remember one day being on campus in my buddy Pedro's car and playing the tape. And Mr. Kellis is standing right there. And we played the song right in front of his face. And I had this rivalry with my vice principal that lasted my entire run. But I remember seeing the look in his eyes and a little tear kind of well up. He was not a fan of the song.
Oh, I thought maybe
You cut him deep.
Yeah. And the hook was something like F Mr. Kellis. Yeah, it was really like groundbreaking stuff. And finally, a 39-year-old man in Illinois has been arrested for a second time this year, being near horses with his genitals exposed.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Now, he didn't get arrested the first time. Cops gave him the benefit of the doubt. But you get caught with your genitals exposed near a horse a second time, they start to get suspicious. Trust me on that.
The benefit of the doubt, huh?
Yeah,
I'm sure he was just fine.
Yeah. He was just comparing.
It was an accident. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
It happens.
I was over here and just my pants fell down.
My ex said I was hung like a horse. I wanted to see exactly how it measured up, like
What if that literally was it?
No.
He
didn't
didn't actually get a chance to do it because the cops interrupted him too much the first time. So he had to go back again to actually compare. And then the cops bust him.
And the thing is,
I have a condition.
It was only 5 minutes later. The guy immediately came back.
Immediately.
All right, we're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. You got your Tucson foodie news coming up next. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. All right, yeah.
I'm not going to make glue out of you. Promise.
Let's see. When I inundate you with Instagram, Anthony inundates Manny with all his Instagram trash as well. And then Todd said, I should be writing a "we're not going to invite you back next season" email. I really don't want to. Oh, yeah. So that is the same thing. So Todd's like a boss. And so his job is to do like sports stats. And so he has a team of people work for him. And so I'm sure each season, he knows which people has to fire, and he's procrastinating that. So I feel that pain. All right. Well, anyways, earlier this morning, Rico went to REI inside the mall. You ever been there, Shane?
Of course.
Oh, of course. You look like somebody, who would be hiking.
REI points.
All right.
I'm in the club.
Oh, well, maybe he talks about you a little bit in this morning's 5-star review. In case you didn't know, check this 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. By now, you should know that my good friend Rico likes to go out and experience Tucson, local businesses all over the place. And when he has a pleasurable experience, he immediately rushes to Google to leave a review. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rico's 5-star review. What did you review today, Rico?
This time around, I went to REI.
What is REI?
You'll see.
Okay, well then go ahead and tell us your actual Google review that you could go ahead and see by searching REI on Google.
All right. So I've been looking forward to going on another camping trip soon when it cools down. And instead of just going to Amazon for some new gear, I figured I'd head over to the Tucson Mall because they have the only REI in town.
Oh, okay.
Why REI? Because it's priced at a premium and you get to meet hiker chicks there. The fancy kind. Not the 3-figure bank account, body odor, hairy arms kind like at other stores.
Right.
What does REI stand for, you ask?
Yeah,
I have absolutely no idea, but I just assume it means really exciting implications. And if it doesn't stand for that, it should, because good times are implied by paying $400 for a backpack that can fit a dwarf and a whole stove inside. Pay me, REI, Cash App Rico Camps 69420.
Of course.
Since I was in the Tucson Mall, I thought I might stop by the Short Rest Tavern for some mead to get me in the Tolkien-esque forest adventurer mindset.
Good idea.
I also thought about stopping by Cutting Edge Swords, Knives, and Gifts for a camping katana sword. So that way, in case some forest bandits or desert raiders invade my camp, they'll know they're dealing with a huge nerd and probably just leave me alone. They're actually probably just scared, though. They don't know how much anime I've watched.
That's true.
But seeing on how my time was a little short, I just waltzed straight into the mecca of hiking, camping enthusiasts. I didn't really make a list of needs or anything, seeing as how I already had a tent and a sleeping bag I found at Burning Man. It smells very odd, like something died inside of it besides an acid-induced ego. But warmth is warmth. Maybe I could buy some of those non-perishable meal-on-the-go bags, a solar charger, or perchance a hydration reservoir.
Ooh.
But then I saw it.
What?
The health and safety section. Bear spray.
Oh, yes, bear spray.
Oh, yeah. Ever since I saw the movie The Edge, the 90s movie with Alec Baldwin and Anthony Hopkins where they fight a bear, I knew I didn't want to be stuck making tree spears with boomers trying to ward off a grizzly. And after the Revenant scene where the grizzly attacks DiCaprio, he wasn't prepared, and neither was a 22-year-old Brazilian model yelling at the bear. I figured, why the hell not? Let's get some bear spray. Even if I don't go hiking, how cool would it be to go on a date? And when you're driving around, you accidentally open the glove compartment and the girl is automatically turned on because you're a real man? Even if I don't go hiking, I could be walking around a dangerous part of town knowing nobody's going to be messing with a guy wearing cowboy boots and a can of bear spray attached to his belt loop.
Oh, sounds like you're protesting.
Especially a bear that just got done drinking at Highwire.
Yeah.
They had the Counter Assault brand bear deterrent spray and sold the holster separately. About $75 total. A small price to pay for a license to be a dangerous cool guy. I was about not to buy it, but there was a seasoned older man with a beard and a cheek scar and a flannel shirt watching me look at the can in the same aisle. So I had to just go ahead and buy it. Couldn't have him see me weak. He had to know I too know how serious bears are and that I'm ready to go take them on in the land, sea, or air. Then he got behind me in the checkout line and coughed, and I got flustered when the register person asked me if I wanted to sign up for the membership, so I caved to that too.
Wow.
So now I have less money and no idea when I'll go camping, but at least I got this bear spray. I just hope I don't confuse it with my Axe body spray because that'll be an embarrassing 911 call.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, really exciting implications. I'll be back. 5 stars.
Nice. It's the actual 5-star review that you could see on Google. And I'll tell you what, not a bad idea to pick up the bear spray. Not for protesting resources or reasons, but I have been coming across a lot of stories of people getting mauled by bears.
Yeah.
There was a woman recently. It was discovered, and she was in her car and she was dead. And they think a grizzly like ripped open the door there.
Was he in the back seat, just hiding?
Nah, I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a terrifying thing. But I bet you she wished she had bear spray.
She did.
If you. And there you go, REI, the one-stop shop for bear spray. So okay,
You think hawk spray is a good idea?
Yeah, no.
Okay, don't say
you just get an umbrella. All right, so we're talking with Shane, and again, just reliving the grilled cheese competition, and there were two people that were kind of like interesting guests that were participating. The one lady was the woman in the wheelchair who when you turn to ask questions or when you turn to the crowd to ask you questions, like, you guys have any questions? The first question was a lady in a wheelchair. What did she say?
Why is it taking so long?
She was bitter.
Oh man.
Yeah, and you handled it well.
Do you remember what I said?
No, well, I backed you up on this, but no, what did you say?
I threw myself under the bus. I was like, well, it takes me much longer to make a grilled cheese sandwich. So these chefs are doing a great job up here, everybody.
Yeah.
Masterful.
Yeah, and I basically said, I was like, look, these guys aren't professional chefs. They don't know how to cook fast. But at the same time, how long does it take you to go up a flight of stairs? But Booski,
Ooh.
he's in a wheelchair.
I hope that wasn't on live on the air. That's just terrible.
No, she doesn't listen anyways. She looks like a Frank show listener. Okay. And then the other guy was like, the next question where you're like, okay, we got past the bad one. Whew. Dodged the bullet on that one. All right. You, sir, you look like you're scowling. What is your thoughtful question?
Hey, what is Tucson Foodie?
Yeah. And why should I?
What do you guys do?
What the hell is Tucson Foodie?
The way I heard it.
Where am I?
Yeah. What is Tucson Foodie?
What is this?
Fuck should I care?
Just snapped out of amnesia. What's going on?
Yeah, and then you went in straight into sales mode, honestly.
I was like, thanks for asking. Let me tell you, we're a news and media company focused on the local Tucson Foodie. Right?
Yeah, but see, you made it too corporate, and that's why I gave it a
you're like
connection.
Yeah, you're like, that's true, Shane. But also, they're just a bunch of cool guys writing stuff about restaurants and having a good time. You know, it's really cool. I follow them. You should follow them too.
No, I pulled this politician card. You know, like, and I think I can be. You know, growing up, and we're live on the air, by the way, Rocco on 2.1 KFMA. Growing up, I thought I'd never be qualified to be a politician, but the way politicians are nowadays, I feel like I'm dumb enough to be actually really good at it. And so, you know, like I basically played politician at the grilled cheese competition when talking about one of the reasons why I love using TucsonFoodie.com. Now, first and foremost, it was a truthful place, right? I told them the exact reason why I like this website. It breaks me out of the monotony of the same restaurants I'm going to. A lot of people fall in those habits, right? Mm-hmm. It also shares different events around town that I don't know about. And of course, it's hyper local. So most of the restaurants that's going to be featured that I'm going to try out is going to support local business. And that's the politician trick at the end, is the selling point, support local. And that's why the crowd applauded and started throwing their bras at me as soon as I was done.
Yeah. So
in my head.
Shane, or like, thanks so much for leading Tucson Foodie. I just handed you my badge, walked off into the sunset.
Yeah, no. In fact, actually, immediately after, Matt and Hannah both handed me their resumes. I'm like, what is this? What's going on?
Kissing babies.
But no, we did talk about Tucson Foodie and letting us know what's going on. And I'm going to get into that. But first, you see this? Now, you're a foodie. Let me ask you if you would try this Godzilla Ramen. This is a noodle bowl that has gone viral here that you could see on the podcast broadcast. It's being sold in Taiwan.
It's real.
It's a real Taiwan dish. It's a delicious looking bowl, ramen soup featuring broth, noodles, pork, eggs, vegetables, and an entire leg of a crocodile sticking out of it.
Wow.
Now it's locally sourced and cooked. And I think you could eat the crocodile. It looks like it's pretty gamey though, because it's an entire leg of crocodile. So how to get to it is going to be a little tricky. But now here's the thing. It's a beautiful dish to take a picture of, right? The place that serves this knows this. Okay. So they charge Americans $48 for this bowl. And then there's a food waste fee. So if you just order it and you don't eat the crocodile leg, they'll charge you $3 more.
And they're brilliant because they just recycle that arm for the next dish.
Yeah.
So it's like they're making money.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? So the crocodile ramen coming to a ramen spot near you. All right. A couple things I want to talk about Tucson Foodie. First and foremost, I saw that you guys shared that Beyond Bread just opened up their location on Mount Lemon, which is big news. I think that's cool.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That is big news.
Yeah. Because Beyond Bread, of course, one of the best locally owned chains here in town. And to open up seasonally up in Mount Lemon, give you an extra reason to stick around while you make that trek up there to escape the heat. That's a big deal, dude. So,
Interesting.
Yeah. So we have that. What are some other things that's catching your eye on TucsonFoodie.com?
Well, we've been releasing our best of guides left and right. I'm excited about those.
Well, that's good. Yeah, better than Tucson Weekly's best of, that's for sure. You should have
Shots
a best
fired.
of radio DJ. Well, yeah, because I'm not even nominated in this, and they've been using the same nominees from like 5 years ago.
Do they actually have radio in there?
They didn't have it as like a popular vote,
Hmm.
right? So like this is how I know it's shenanigans and people are being lazy at Tucson Weekly. And yeah, I'm calling you out, Tucson Weekly,
Hmm.
because you're using the same DJs that are literally 5 years in a row. So you're just looking at last year's and copying and pasting. And honestly, I think one of the DJs isn't even alive anymore. So you're not even trying, so
You want to start a Twitter/X campaign?
no, I don't even care.
Okay.
I want awards from Phoenix New Times. They're kind of like a bigger publication. No big deal. They actually send plaques, not just emails. But anyways, back to what you were saying with your best of Tucson Foodie, Shane.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. We well, not exactly best of, just the best fill in the blank.
Nice.
We launched the best pizza guide. We launched the best vegan food in town. The donuts, the tacos. We launched the best guide to restaurants in Marana. Or the guide to the best restaurants.
Let's talk about this best tacos because this got to be hard to like limit it, right?
Mhm.
There's so many great tacos in this town. So, what are some of the restaurants that you're featuring as some of the best?
Well, that's the thing about these guides is they're living, breathing creatures.
Mm-hmm.
They are permanently there and will exist forever. So we keep updating them.
Oh, nice.
But like Anita Street Market. It was a very hard guide to pick, and to curate, and we've got like 25 restaurants on there.
Yeah. It has to be the toughest in town. Or like if you by doing best tacos or even best tacos has to be the toughest category to narrow down in this town.
100%.
It's pretty hard. Yeah. But we have a huge team at Foodie.
Yeah.
Lots of freelance writers, some of which have been writing and eating in Tucson for like 30 plus years.
Yeah. So they know.
So we got our minds together, came up with everything we love, basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what I also like is you have a couple things happening. There's always a things to do list, which I'm going to pull this up right now around town. Now you have an interactive map that could literally, it's like Google Maps, show you the destinations of all these places that are locally owned that you feature in Tucson Foodie. That's a new feature that's been real awesome. And then this events calendar that you have going on here literally gives you a day to day. Like, so today's July 25th. There's Tiki Tuesday at Hacienda del Sol, which we rapped about, by the way, just a reminder. And that's going from 3 to 6 p.m. Right. There's Tucson Flavor Fiesta, which is going down today. They say let's eat, drink, and make memories from 5 to 9. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. They got a Christmas in July dinner happening.
There's so much going on in Tucson.
Yeah, even when it's like record-breaking heat, that doesn't stop people from going out and entertaining themselves and eating. What do you know about this garlic festival?
Oh, it's happening at Mission Garden on Saturday morning. I know that Don Guerra of Barrio Bread is going to come out and make I think it's 50 loaves of garlic bread, and he only does this for them.
Whoa.
So it's the only place you can get garlic bread.
From Barrio
Don.
Bread, which is like world-renowned bread now. I mean, honestly, it's becoming that
Yeah,
famous.
That's got me curious.
Hey, the garlic festival should be fun. I'm going to stop by. You can buy garlic. You can
Consume garlic.
throw garlic up in the air and catch it.
Yeah,
It's
now
a garlic
minutes.
celebration.
the Garlic
Garlic
Fest,
everything.
which everyone likes garlic except for vampires, is a Saturday, July 29th from 8 a.m. to noon. So you can get there before it gets too hot. The event is free and all monetary gifts are appreciated. So that's awesome. And that's one of the events that I could see. Chicken Poop Bingo is back
What?
too. Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. Which is, do they use an actual chicken
They have to.
poop on a bingo card?
I hope that sounds like what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is.
Exactly what it is. Tucson.
Yeah, you just set it on the
Chicken
ground.
poop.
Chickens walk around, they poop. Boom.
That's amazing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then somebody has to call that out, track it and call it out.
What if
I
it does
guess
it right
so.
between the line? They gotta wait for the next poop.
Yeah, so this event is happening on July 29th, and apparently it's an annual deal. Their popular chicken poop bingo returns, and it's at the Tucson Hop Shop. And you could bring cash to play. Proceeds from the event are used to pay for youth scholarships for camp, and they've raised over $17,000 watching chickens poop.
Oh, that's nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So again,
I got to go to this.
Another example of a great event that's happening in town that's for a great cause. So back-to-back bangers, and that's just the event tabs of Tucson Foodie. Don't you have a new kind of passport deal going on?
We do, yeah. If you click on guides, oh, you're not sharing anymore.
I will.
We launched the Tucson Foodie Passport. It's really simple. You get over $3,000 in vouchers to local restaurants for $2.99. That's it. It's really simple. And we keep adding stuff in, so now it's more like $3,400.
That's pretty amazing. You working with all these restaurants to give you these
click join at the top
deals. Yeah. So join at the top is what I gotta hit.
Click join the community.
Okay. So that's a different page now, but that's okay. So you said $2.99 gets you $3,000 worth of gift certificates. What restaurants are included in this?
There's like 70 local restaurants. There it is. Scroll down a little bit.
Nice.
Gosh, there's a big list somewhere.
Nice. Oh, it's right here. Yeah, I got
most
it.
restaurants give you like a $40 voucher. Some give you two $20 vouchers.
Look at that.
There's a list. I'm actually going to go add the specifics of each one because people are asking for more transparency. But it's a giant list of all locally owned restaurants. And we've actually sold over 200 now, so we've only got about 300 left.
Nice. Yeah. So it's a limited time offer to get this Tucson Foodie Passport. Yeah. So here are the participating partners, and I'm going to fire this off all rapid fire. Ready? Bought a batch of Beet Burger, a blue font.
I messed up already.
God damn it.
It's Butte Burger.
All right, fine. You'll see how fast you can do it. Ready?
Bought a batch Beet Burger, blue front, blue willow. Oh, man, I got to zoom in. I can't see.
We didn't start the fire.
Button Brew House, Cafe La Cara, Calle Tepe, Mexican Street Cold, Choice and Coke. Don't scroll on me. Commoner and Co, Coronet Cafe, No Coronet, Cup of Go-Go, Del Cielo Tamales Restaurant, Dominic's Real Italian Donut Bar, Tucson Espresso, Flora Pizza, Fentanelli's Pizzeria and Bar, Flora's Market Run, Fresco Pizzeria and Pastaria, Guinea's French Cafe, Gourmet Girls Gluten-Free Bistro / Bakery, HF Coors, which is interesting because they don't have food, right?
Oh. They got beer?
They got plates and stuff.
All right. I got
High Wire
Tucson.
Coors Light. No, it's like dinnerware.
Oh, okay.
High Wire Tucson, Humble Board, Jamie's Pizza Kitchen, Kingfisher Bar and Grill, Lindy's on 4th Mafia Kitchen, Moho Cuban Kitchen and Rum Bar, Monsoon Chocolate, The Parish, The Delta, Cito's Fresh Market, Noble Hops, Nosh Tucson, Not Meat Vegans, Oban, Sushi Bar, Ramen, Owl's Club, Pearly Baker Fermentables, Penka, Penelope Pizza, Prep and Pastry, Pure, Poke, Eat Prep, PY Steakhouse, Riley Craft Pizza and Drink, Renee's Tucson, Rocco's Little Chicago, Samurai Sombrero, San Reckoner Wine, Sea Charles Concepts, Snake and Barrel, The Dutch, Damn Good Food, Thunder Bacon Burger Company, Transit Tea, Tucson Hop Shop, Tucson Tamale, Tucson Wings, Vera Earl Premium Beef, Vera Moria, Zio Pepe, and more.
Oh, wow. Nice. Good job. Yes.
That was food ASMR. Amazing.
Yeah. I stopped listening as soon as you said not meat vegans. I'm like, first off, I should probably sue them. What's the deal with not meat vegans? That's a little too close to home. Yeah. I'm sure it's a fantastic place, but sus. TucsonFoodie.com to sign up and get your passport today. We're going to keep the conversation moving. Podcast broadcast, YouTube.com/speakvegan, or keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1. Clear. Not meat vegans. When did that open?
They're not a physical location. They're like a tent. They're not even a truck. They just show up at random pop-ups and stuff.
It's what I'm saying.
So they're weird. Yeah, they're a different one.
They're definitely
a little
jacking my name. I
club.
bet you they wanted to be.
It's like vegan junk food. Burgers and stuff.
You got a beef with not meat vegans?
Possibly. They look like nice people.
They look like nice
beef vegan. That's interesting.
What?
Not meat vegan, not beef vegan.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I bet they work for AZ Weekly.
Oh, I bet you they do. Let me see who they're following. They better be following Beef Vegan. Nope.
Wow. Not yet.
Well, I will follow them.
They're cool.
Yeah, no, this looks pretty good.
Oh, that looks good.
They're good people. What's that? Those donuts?
Vegan strawberry donuts.
Okay, I'll have one of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as you know, my daughter's vegan, so it's always good to know what's up with stuffed peppers by Not Meat. Okay, fancy. Vegetables. Wow.
Not meat.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what kind of food they make.
It's very advertised.
Yeah, I guess.
Ooh, is that chicken?
What?
Yeah, it's their spicy not chicken, to be precise.
Dude, that looks like an actual fried chicken breast.
It does.
Yeah.
The cauliflower?
Yep. the lovers. I
Oh, yeah,
guarantee
beautiful
you.
people.
Yeah, the wife was vegan, and he's like, "All right, baby, you're hot enough. I'll
I'll
stop
go vegan
eating
for
meat."
you.
Yeah,
That's kind of what I did.
That's how it works.
Are you somewhat vegan?
Yeah, I've been kind of not vegan lately.
Yeah, okay.
But I was vegan
Vegan-ish.
for like 5 years, and then I took over Tucson Foodie, and now it's impossible.
Yeah, because I mean, to be a foodie, you do have to, try out so many things. And honestly, yes, they make great vegan food, but give me a break.
Did you
Just-
cold turkey it, or did you kind of like go pescatarian and move slowly into it?
Yeah, I moved slowly into it.
Mm,
It was actually really exciting because I started eating all kinds of food I'd never had before, and
yeah.
it was like a new discovery journey.
Yeah.
But now I've had all the vegan food, so it's time for some meat.
Yes, you eat all the meat.
Convert
All right,
back.
so Anthony's asking you, Shane, is Casa Molina on Speedway permanently closed?
Yeah, it is permanently closed.
Okay, so there is no plans
It
to
caught
reopen?
it caught on fire. We don't know if there's any plans to reopen, but
So you're talking about the one on Campbell. Was that the one on
near
Campbell?
Trader Joe's,
Near Trader Joe's? Because I've
Grillers.
been seeing
the one on Speedway.
Oh, it's on Speedway. Okay. There was a story that was in KOLD about the owner of a restaurant that caught on fire also that got arrested. I think arrested for murder.
No, not that one.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about though,
I
right?
do know what you're talking about.
Okay, what is the story behind that?
I don't know. I've been trying to ignore it
Why?
because
it's still food news.
it's sad news. It's sad foodie news. I mean, a restaurant owner murders somebody. That's not foodie news.
That's
not
CSI news.
That's not foodie news.
It's in the foodie category. All
Like
right.
if Sherlock Holmes wrote a mystery about a restaurateur, and that would be a food category.
Yeah.
It'd be a food story.
Have you, Shane, ever covered this restaurant on Tucson Foodie?
Yeah, we have.
You have.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is foodie news. Be like, hey, update. I said this appetizer was delicious, but don't because the guy murders people.
Oh,
Well,
speaking of which, you're gonna add a category for haunted restaurants for Halloween?
Haunted restaurants?
Yeah, like haunted
Ooh.
spots.
I like to change the subject. That's a good idea.
Mm.
Does this guy
I'm good at that.
this subject make you nervous? Do you want me to change it?
I mean, here's the thing, right? People in the food and beverage industry have their own problems and they do a lot of stuff. And we're not going to be reporting on all that stuff. Otherwise, we're like gossip block.
That's right.
We're trying to help people find good food, not be murdered.
Why is it taking so long?
Okay, well then I guess that's fair to a certain extent.
To a certain extent.
Yes. Let's talk about Rico's latest crush. This is a woman who is breaking records. She's now currently an ex-Kentucky college university student, right? So ex-Kentucky college. She was there. She was dubbed the Queen of Chaos, and she has been arrested for over 11 times. All right, which she's blaming on Xanax. And she has tons of mugshots. Her latest mugshot she thinks is her best one so far. And I'm going to give you a rundown of Rihanna, who is basically spending daddy's money and probably an 11 in a sack. Right? It's safe to say that because she has been in that much trouble. So this is one of her earlier ones. Okay,
let her rip.
All right, this was in 2021.
Probably clean, dude.
Yeah, the mugshot of her arrest after she unauthorized use of a motor vehicle and criminal mischief. Right. This is her smoking a blunt, boasting about her crimes and smoking a blunt.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
let's watch some Levi's first.
Yeah. Get past this real quick. It's a short commercial.
Don't you hate when they double it up on YouTube lately? You notice that? It's been getting worse. 2 commercials on YouTube instead of 1.
Well, good for them for actually selling advertisements. Like I got to send links to my sales team. I'll give it a second. That Levi commercial is pretty dope. I want
We'll dance around in jeans.
All right, here we go.
I'll work on the docks.
I'm 22 years old and I have no idea what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. And I'm fine with that.
That's it.
That's a normal post.
Local elections might
I
seem
wasn't
small.
impressed by that at all. All right, there's more here. Okay, so this is her and her dad.
Oh boy.
So on her Facebook page, she credited her homie. Oh, this is not her dad, Bernard Hoskins, for taking her in. While she's currently somewhat homeless, I guess. Here's another one.
He saved her from taking her own life. It said.
Yeah,
So
but
like a
it
rescuer
seems like
/ enabler /
Yeah, but
Ugh.
So she's nutty, but she's gorgeous too. And again, she's the queen of chaos. In this case, this mugshot, 2018, she was arrested for endangerment of a police officer, invading cops, and shoplifting items costing less than $500. This mugshot came just hours later at 1 a.m. For seemingly the same offenses the day before. She smiled about
Look at
that.
her face, dude.
This is a good one. For what about her face? She's
Just like how happy she looks. That's like villainous.
yeah,
Just owning it.
yeah. This one, she was accused of terroristic threatening and stalking, and had a bond set at $2,000. She's like, "Yeah, I'm stalking. I'll stalk again."
$1,000.
This one looks fantastic. Her hair is amazing.
Mhm.
She was arrested for contempt of court, libel. So she was in court, probably running her mouth to the judge. This mugshot was in 2021.
Oh, degradation.
Degradation.
What?
Is this the same person?
Yeah, same person. She's a brunette in this situation. Maybe too much Xanax.
Right.
Let's see.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Eyebrow raise.
Yeah, this one, she's hot, very Harley Quinn like, and Rock 1 2.1. We're looking at a woman named Rihanna's mugshots. She's dubbed the Queen of Chaos. She is a Kentucky University student, or at least former Kentucky University student, who's got arrested over 11 times, and all of her mugshots are kind of like her being super happy about being arrested. She's super nutty, but she's also a very cute girl. So we know that she's probably just an amazing future ex-girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Sign me up.
in this mugshot on January 16th, she got arrested for theft of a firearm. This one just a selfie. And then she just recently revealed the context of her mugshots, as she has gone viral in the latest cases and just super nutty. So since she was a high school student, Rihanna's had just a good time getting arrested and going crazy.
You can make a calendar of those mugshots by now.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, now she won't have to worry. As long as she could stay out of jail, she could turn this notoriety into money. She could monetize it just by building up her TikTok following. She's
Right?
pretty enough, and just shares her mugshots. You ever see those websites that show like hot mugshots?
No.
Am I the only
Yes.
pervert? Oh, god damn
Well,
it.
there's those news ones that come out when like those guys look like models and women like fawn over them. Like, oh my God, look how hot he is.
That happened
That
to that
happens
one
all the
guy.
time, yep.
I mean, let's not forget it. This guy was in Sacramento. I know who you're talking about. I'm forgetting. His name was Jeremy. He was the hot convict, is what they called him, and he was a felon, former gang member. And there was just one mugshot in particular where he was like kind of like,
Zoolander pose.
yeah, he had a Zoolander pose. It went viral. He actually turned into a professional model, and for a while dated a billionaire's daughter. So he made it just by looking good.
God
It's
bless.
insane. I guess, but
America.
yeah. Let's do dirty talk. It's been a minute. You
You're
cool with that,
ready.
Shane?
Oh yeah.
All right, here it is.
Anytime. All
First
the
and
time.
foremost, apparently it only costs $10 to get sexual favors from a Detroit prostitute. I know this because of this story, and thankfully to Detroit's former police commissioner, because Brian Ferguson formerly held that position and has admitted to paying the hooker a 10 spot for her services. This again was the Detroit's ex-police commissioner admitting to paying for a $10 hooker. Ferguson
The
has
Groupon.
since acknowledged that he has done some wrong and was asking officers to help him out when he was caught, presumably help him out of trouble rather than to assist the hooker in her duties.
Help me out.
Yeah, help me out.
Hmm.
Oh no, this looks like you're already being helped here. Her hands are full. There's nothing more I can do. In continuing dirty talk, in Italy, a wife of the century went to extremes to get busy with her husband. See, the deal with her husband was he was in the hospital. He was not doing too great, but she wanted to give him a little gift. So she wanted to sneak in and give her husband nookie while he lays in his hospital bed. Right. So what she did was pretty genius. The reports that she walked in, grabbed a doctor's coat and put that on and kind of snuck her way in. Now she was surrounded by other patients, and she just looked like a doctor, and she was able to get by security wearing this coat, and she disguised herself as a doctor, getting past otherwise airtight security. And she was reportedly intoxicated. Yeah, the woman was turned over to police who are investigating the incident, and they knew that she was able to accomplish her goals when they walked into the hospital room where her husband was lying, and he was flatlined but looked like Jack Nicholson at the end of Batman.
Wait, so he died?
Yeah, but with a smile on his face.
Oh,
So it's all good. I mean, he
jeez.
was on his way out anyways. He would have been frowning.
Maybe that's what he wanted me. He was like, I want to go out this
Just
way,
like- yeah.
honey.
Yeah,
Help me out
I
here.
want to go
Last
out
wish.
on bottom. And so,
Yeah.
that's dirty talk.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna
die right there.
we'll hit the reset, keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast, and be back with your beef tip after these words. It's Rock 102.1.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So that's dirty talk.
Dirty dog.
Dirty
Okay.
talk.
So we know today that girls from Detroit and Kentucky are a lot of fun.
Wow, I just noticed that I'm.
Abraham didn't think that Jeremy was a former gang member.
Look at this mug that I took out of the break room here.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you took that? Let me see.
Anti-vaxxer tears.
Shut.
This was in your break room.
I promise that wasn't me.
Oh, you know what? That's probably Frank's mug, to be honest with you. That's something that Frank would probably
Seems like
drink.
it.
Yeah.
I'll show them.
Accidentally-
Anti-vaxxer tears.
Accidentally on film now.
Take the
Drinking
juice.
from this mug.
Mm.
Hmm.
That's actually, it's not pro-vaxxer tears. You know, it's anti-vaxxer tears.
Oh, okay, I agree with it.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Hilarious.
Yes. You feel better now? All right. So.
Those tears.
Oh man, yeah. So all right. Oh well, tomorrow we're gonna have Chef Ken in, which is gonna be pretty fun. And he's gonna reveal exactly what. Oh my God, my sister just sent me
Exactly what he
fucking-
cooked to win the Iron Chef competition.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so look, I just went on like 8-hour car ride with my sister, right?
Oof.
And yeah, I know it's ridiculous going out to San Diego, and you know me, I like listening to different rock music and whatnot. She's just all about Taylor Swift at this point. And
Oh, no.
I just went through a breakup, so I heard plenty of Taylor Swift. Trust me, I was over it. And so she wanted to keep listening to Taylor Swift on this like 6-hour car ride to San Diego. It was driving me
6
insane.
hours of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, dude. I was like, come on, man. Like trust me. Let me play DJ. It's kind of what I do. But she just sent me a link saying intelligent people like Taylor Swift. It's official. Like, go fuck
What?
your survey. Yeah. Intelligent people like Taylor Swift.
This blog is from the Taylor Swift blog, fan blog.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Did you see who Tom Brady's dating now?
No.
Okay, well,
I heard.
Sofia
some-
Vergara.
no,
Never.
that's a excellent guess. But this
Available.
Another
this is-
Latina.
no, think Russian and think
The
like
Queen of Chaos.
The
Think-
Queen of Chaos.
A-list homie hopper.
A-list homie hopper.
A-list homie
Not
hopper.
Bezos. his
Ivanka
ex.
Trump.
No.
Kardashian.
No, Ivanka doesn't homie hop. She's only on one dude. So yeah, you guys are way off. This is Tom Brady like caressing a face. Now, a lot of people thought Tom Brady was banging what's her name, Radikowski.
I lose
Okay.
track.
Okay.
You don't know
No.
the Natasha Radikowski? No, it starts with E. Radikowski. She was in
Ratatouille.
oh,
One of those. She was a model.
okay.
He was known with her. For
She
a
was
while.
just banging Eric Andre and posted some nudes. Well, anyways, this is Bradley Cooper's ex. So her name, yeah, this is her right here.
Irina.
Yeah, Irina. And she's gorgeous, of course. And this is actually
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper's baby's mom. Now, she was a former like Eastern European model who has dated like a who's who of Hollywood royalty, and now Tom Brady seems to be smitten on her. Emily
ruin his life.
Ratajkowski. Thank you, Emily
There you go.
Ratajkowski. The fact that you don't know who Emily Ratajkowski is, severely disappointing. But let's see. Let me list off some of these exes here. Once
She's
you
no Diarmas. I know that.
she's not. She's
Mm.
still hot. It's weird when you have a type and your type is billionaire famous people.
So weird.
Yeah, and that's
What a
your
strange attraction.
right. So, like in a situation where like a woman is out of your league, if you have less than $1 billion net worth, then this woman's out of your league. She
Yeah.
will not fuck with you.
Out of your tax bracket.
Yeah, dude.
All of it.
Yeah. So, but good for Tom Brady. He was heartbroken because his wife's or his karate teacher or something like that's banging his ex-wife. It's a big deal. Okay, so this lady dated Kanye West and then Bradley Cooper and then Vito Schnabel, who's a nepotistic art dealer. This douche right here.
Eclectic mix.
Yeah. So I just wanted to fill you in on the gossip.
So she's going to ruin somebody else's life.
Yeah. This is Daily Mail, and I love the Daily Mail because it is as gossipy as you can get.
Oh, yeah.
But they also do like very clever insults on celebrities. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, they did a piece about Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was on vacation with his wife and his family after selling his the Charlotte Hornets for like $3 billion, right? So it was basically like, hey, check out Michael Jordan's, smile on his face. He just made an extra $3 billion on his yacht with his wife. And the Daily Mail does good things as far as like, hey, check out his wife. His wife's beautiful. You want to see her ass? I know you do. Here's a shot of her climbing up a ladder. It's 100% just a gratuitous ass shot because they know that their viewers want to see which ass Michael Jordan is tapping, right?
That's clever.
They did a subtle body shaming. They called Michael Jordan fat subtly, right? They post a picture of Michael Jordan and they say Michael Jordan, who was 6'6" and 205 in his playing days.
In his playing days?
Yes.
Wow.
And I took that as what it was.
Damn.
I'm like, that's 100% like, check out how fat he is now type of deal. And I thought that was hilarious. I'll pull that picture up and,
very British, like snooty.
Yes.
You can hear it.
Yeah, you could hear it. And it was a way to call Michael Jordan fat without calling him fat. You looking that up right now, Shane?
No.
Oh, what's going on? What are you looking at?
I'm just trying to understand StreamYard.
Oh, you got some comments here? Hold on. I'm pulling up this Jordan thing. It was incredible. But they do this all the time. And they know exactly what they're posting and what their people want to see. So yeah, Daily Mail is the most enjoyable website that I like for all.
It's cheeky fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a UK thing. Okay.
It's kind of you don't know about Daily Mail?
No, sir.
Wow.
The .uk at the end.
How do you not know about Daily Mail?
How do you not know about this gossip rag?
Oh, this is breaking news, and this is very sad and scary.
Kentucky girl got arrested again?
No, LeBron James' son, Bronny, suffered cardiac arrest during a USC basketball practice, and he's rushed to the ICU.
Oh, geez.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's been showcased a lot?
Yeah. And then when I said this is very serious and scary, you went the opposite direction. I'm like, so.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's 18 years old.
Dang.
Yeah, this is Bronny. Hopefully he's going to be okay, and it's a fluke thing. Maybe he got hit in the chest, but that is terrifying. Bronny has been getting pressed because he decided to go to USC, which is good. First of James' family to go to college. This is his girlfriend of several years that he went to prom with, and unfortunately, a picture like this has the internet in outrage. A racist from both sides. You got black women being like, how dare you date a white girl? And of course, white racists being like, how dare she date a black guy? And both these kids are rich. So it's just rich people banging rich people.
Just rich peeps.
Mm-hmm.
Doing rich people things.
Says he's out of the ICU. That's good. All right, that's good news. All right, let's get into our beef tip. Are you still reading the Daily Mail?
Yeah, something about Catherine Schwarzenegger on here.
Oh.
So what about Catherine Schwarzenegger
Yes, what's going
that
on?
has caught your attention on Daily Mail?
Yeah,
Well, it's inappropriate.
All right,
Let's see,
we're on the air, so give me a clean version of it if you can.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter, Catherine Schwarzenegger, put on something
Salacious? Yeah, skimpy. That's what they do. That's what
Who's
Daily
telling the
Mail does.
clothes now?
and took a selfie and put it online.
Oh,
That's what they do.
that's interesting because isn't she Chris Pratt's wife?
Oh, that's true.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Whoa.
And
Man, connect the dots.
she's uber religious. And she has
our
gotten
Lord.
him to be uber religious. So her posting something like scantily clad is surprising
Making
to
all
me.
the family mad.
I know what Arnold thinks about the whole religious thing.
He's not religious.
Right, he's not. So I bet he's like, man, I lost my son.
Yeah, well, his daughter maybe, but
Right, sorry. Daughter.
yeah, but no, I don't. I think he's still buddies with Chris Pratt because of the actor thing. But yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he has a real interesting outlook of just death, and of course he stays in shape, and he's afraid of dying to a point because he just thinks It's nothing. And he's gone in great depth about this. He's
Probably
like
watching that documentary.
Thinks nothing happens after you die.
Yeah, he's like, once you're done, you're done.
It's over.
It's over. Get in the chopper, you're done.
I see the light, I go towards it. If I want to.
Well, if you want to live longer,
punch the light.
Yeah, if you want to live longer, I got 5 biggest nutrition myths according to a dietitian, so you don't fall in these traps.
Let's hit it. Yeah, do it fast.
All right. The first tip is eating healthy is expensive. That's a myth. Actually,
yes.
You can be lean and trendy. It can be expensive if you lean on trendy smoothies and protein powders, but you don't need that stuff. In general, more fruits, more veggies. And frozen is cheaper than fresh and just as good. So remember that. The myth number 2, low-fat and fat-free options are better. Okay? Fat makes you feel full longer, so avoiding it can backfire. All right? So you'll just end up eating more. Low-fat stuff doesn't taste as good, so food companies compensate by adding more sugar. So keep that in mind.
And artificial sweeteners, some of which cause cancer and other issues.
Absolutely. Myth number 3, egg whites are healthier. Not necessarily. They do have less fat and calories, but the yolks have tons of vitamins and minerals that the egg whites don't. So don't skip those.
Farm raised.
Yep. Number 4, there's one best diet everyone should follow, like DASH or the Mediterranean diet. If those work for you, great. But in general, these are the things that everyone agrees on. Fiber is good. Sugar is bad. So are trans fats. Supplements can't replace real food, and you got to keep your eye on your calories. And finally, salt is bad for you. That's a myth. It gets a bad rap because too much of it is bad, and Americans do overdo it. But if you do it in moderation, salt is fantastic. In fact, actually, your body needs it. So
it's the only rock we eat.
That's right. So there's your myths. That's all the time we have. Thanks for listening. Drive safe, ride safe. Rock local.
Upon a side of beef, soon will come and end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your